Just saw Raya and the Last Dragon last night, dragged all my loved ones to go out and see it on opening night at the cinemas because I'm fortunate enough to be living in a place where cinemas are now open, and made them take this photo of me for Instagram because, you know what? Gotta do it for the Disneygram, man. Not the regular gram, the Disneygram. So what are my thoughts on Raya and the Last Dragon? In a nutshell, I think it's a great movie. I don't think it's the perfect film, but I think it's great enough, if that makes sense. Obviously, anybody who's seen the trailer knows that the visuals in this film are absolutely amazing. Everything from like the world building and how they incorporated the mythology, the details of everything. It's just like they nailed it. It was absolutely amazing. The comedian Awkwafina plays the voice for the dragon, which I thought was actually a really good choice. Like I loved hearing her voice as the dragon. I thought that was amazing. And Kelly Marie Tran killed it as Raya as well. Really well suited for the role. Like it was just like the voice acting in general was just pretty damn good. My only critique of the film is that the story can get a little bit predictable from time to time. I can't go into too much detail about that in this particular video because it is a non-spoiler review, but I will make a video later down the track kind of going into those points in a little more detail. One of the things that I was surprised about was that there are no songs in Raya and the Last Dragon. Now, I didn't know that going into this movie, and Disney films are kind of like, I don't know, musicals, but I have to say that it actually works for the movie. Wherever they could have used a song, they inserted like these epic fight sequences instead, and it was just so cool to watch two female characters kind of like battle it out in this epic way, these trained female warriors. Like it's something that you don't see every day. And I did, when I put up my Instagram post, I did say that this movie kind of reminded me of a blend between Mulan and Kill Bill. Like, that's just something to really look forward to if you haven't seen the movie yet. I think the biggest thing that blew me away about this movie, and something that I really appreciated, was that this film didn't try too hard to be all about female empowerment. Because we all know that, like, Hollywood is like on this bandwagon pretty strongly at the moment, and that agenda wasn't forced down your throat. It felt very organic, it felt believable and authentic to the story. I don't think the film really alienates the male audience either, which I think is very important. Is it worth paying the extra premium cost watching it on Disney Plus, which I think is $30 in the US but $34.99 here in Australia? I would pay it. Even though that money is on top of a subscription fee of like $9 or whatever that I already pay monthly, and also in paying that fee doesn't mean that you get to own the movie, I would still say that I would go out of my way to pay that to be able to watch it soon, because I do think it's worth it. And to be honest, I would have paid extra to see Soul as well. I know after the whole Mulan debacle, they kind of stuffed up their whole premiere access thing, and that was like not a movie worth paying that extra cost for. But I actually think Soul was, and I don't know why they didn't go down that route. I think they were a bit scared of like pissing people off, but then kind of quickly pivoted back with Raya, just based on the interest in this film. You know, the point is like that you have options, and I think that's the important thing in this filmmaking climate that we're in today, where people are constantly arguing about like cinema versus streaming versus paying more versus paying less and all that kind of stuff. The person who has the most amount of options wins, and that would be us, the consumer. So if you're living in a place where cinemas are now open, like I am, and fortunate enough to have the option to go do, then you have that option. If you want to stay home and watch it, you can too. If you want to watch it at home but not pay the extra money, you can too. You just have to wait longer. So those are my thoughts on the film in a nutshell. I will be doing a spoiler review down the track to sort of clarify and go into further detail about my critique of the film, which I can't do in this video without spoiling it. So stay tuned for that, definitely. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video.